Are you? 78 degrees right now.
Very nice out.
Very nice.
It's so nice out. I left my hoodie at home. No hoodie today.
Yeah.
I like the hoodie because I got pockets. I can put my stuff in.
Yeah, very nice.
I can put ladies' phone numbers in there. Hey, Rev, how's it going?
How you doing, Rap?
Hi, Rap.
I was Joe Fernandez. I was
Nobody's there yet, though. Only Rev.
Kevin. How you doing?
Kevin Butler, how you doing? LB
How are you,
Original. I think it should be LB Incredible. LB Incredible's in town.
How are you?
Hi,
Revlin?
Tammany.
Hi.
The nicest human being in the game is Tammany.
We pray for your dog, Revlin. I hope your dog
It's
is
not
doing
Revlin's
better.
dog. It was somebody else's dog.
Is that?
You got to ask Revlin whose dog it was, and he'll
That's
tell you.
from
Hi,
India.
Joe Hernandez. Hey.
Hi.
Wow, Joe, you got pretty ladies trying to holler at you. She didn't
That's
even look
from
at me.
India.
Indian lady walking by, not even looking at old Boogie Bob. She's staring at Joe like, hey, what the hell's going on with you, Joe? Where's your hat?
How was your hat? Okay.
My hat's fine, Joe. I tried to take a shower this morning.
I don't want.
I stood in there for 45 minutes with cold water running. So upset.
I don't want the hat.
It's not even winter. It's 78 degrees out.
Yeah.
What's poppin', everybody? It's your old pal Boogie Bob, along with his faithful sidekick and strictly plutonic soulmate, Jordan Joe. Can you say hi to people, Joe?
How you doing, Martinez? How is everything?
Hey, everybody. Screw everybody except Martinez, who doesn't even exist.
Hi, Evan. How was your vacation? I hope you have a good vacation. And,
Isn't Ivan your grandson?
Yeah.
Did he have a vacation?
Yeah, they went to Canada.
Canada. Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe they could look up old Alfred Kloos while they're there.
They wanted to see the Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. I've heard of that. What is Niagara Falls, Joe?
That's the borders between USA and Canada.
What is it?
It's a waterfall.
It's a waterfall.
The second greatest waterfall in the world.
Really? What's the first one?
Victoria Falls in Africa.
You can't get nothing past Joe. When it comes to some kind of geographical thing, Joe's your guy.
I was a school teacher, and you know I taught even Kevin Butler.
Hi,
That's
Sugar
cool.
Bay. Hey, Joe, what is the population of Nicaragua?
Nicaragua is just a small country, it's around 8 million.
I don't believe it. I need Nyan to get in there and tell me the population of Nicaragua. Joe says it's a small country, about 8 million. I think he's lying. Now, in all my years of thinking Joe's lying, I never caught him lying before, but this one seems like a lie. I'm not starting the show until I get satisfied. 5 million, Joe.
Okay.
6.8. Which one is it? 5 or 6.8?
6.8, that's 7 million.
Yeah, 7 million. Yeah, Joe was close. Joe was close. Hey, Joe, you ready to start the news?
Yeah, but they count the people over there. Today they
Joe's always
500.
got an excuse.
Today they 5 million.
Tomorrow, 8
2
million.
weeks 8 million because they already every one of them had a baby born.
Everybody had a baby within 2 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. You know they love babies. God bless them. Which I love babies. A lot of babies. Yeah.
Back in school, people used to say, you got any kids? You say, not that I know of. I'm pretty sure I don't have kids. You know why I know, Joe? Because I read on the internet, in order to have kids, you have to at least one time.
But you have 3 kids at home.
Got no kids.
They got cats.
I got 4 cats.
4 cats. That's your kids.
Chucky's still with us. Chucky's doing amazing.
That's your children.
Chucky bit my damn arm today. I was playing with him. He got a little rambunctious. He started chewing on my arm like a ham sandwich. Joe, you ready to do the news and views you can use if you choose? If you choose not to use the news and views,
the
the food you lose?
news today is
I read the news today. Oh boy.
Anybody knows what happened in election in Turkey? Let us know.
If you know what happened to the election in Turkey, let us know.
I'm ready. Who does that?
What do I know?
They have
today, Joe, they say it's going to be from 80 degrees today, 81 tomorrow. It's Memorial Day, Joe.
Okay.
Bright sunshine and warm weather will continue through the holiday weekend, but only the hardy are going to enjoy a swim at the beach. So they said if you're swimming at the beach, at all times you're within 100 yards of a shark.
Yeah.
The sharks were all over Jersey.
Sharks are hungry.
Joe, who do you love more, people or sharks?
Well, both of them are people.
Both
They're
of them
human beings.
Both of them are people.
Yeah,
Sharks are people.
They're human beings. No problem.
The Little Mermaid does swimming wee well. That's a brand new Little Mermaid movie, Joe, and it's got an African Little Mermaid, African American Little Mermaid named Halle Bailey, not Halle Berry, Halle Bailey.
How you doing, Halle?
Hi, Halle. And dude, I actually sent Bria and her two beautiful daughters to see it today. 12:30. I ain't heard from them. I don't know. Did they go? I don't know. Maybe Bria pocketed the money. I don't know. I sent them to the 3D version, so I hope they had a good time if they win. I cash apped them, so I want a refund if they didn't go. Let's do the news, Joe. There's a big scandal going on in, of all things, American Idol. Now, I didn't watch it this year except for one person. His name is Ayam. This is a very large man. Maybe 400 or 500 pounds. Very, very big man. He's from Hawaii. His father believed in him, and his father and him used to sing forever together. And then his father passed away. So he went on American Idol to honor his father, and he won the show. Most people go on American Idol and they sing, "Wah!" They hit all those notes. He don't do that. He just hits beautiful notes. No big effort. Very casual. Anyways, there is now a big scandal that this young girl should have won. I watched the finale. I was so happy he won. It was down to him and her. And that's Ryan Seacrest. And he won. Hawaii, stand up.
How you doing, Hawaii?
Hawaii, you got yourself a damn American Idol. Be proud of that. Be proud of that. The young and arrested. Juveniles arrested, Joe. Juveniles have gone up the spike in 2023. Everybody in America, in New York, is getting arrested. All juveniles. Every juvenile in New York, every single one has been arrested. Joe, we talked about this the other day. Remember the $2 billion Powerball?
Yeah.
Are you related to him?
No, that's in California.
It is. A California man embroiled in a legal brouhaha.
He's royal now.
They're calling it a brouhaha. Why not just say a legal dispute? Over who owns the historic $2.4 billion Powerball prize shed light on the growing controversy in an interview by the Post. So why did you not get this exclusive interview? What the hell? You don't even know what the hell I'm talking about.
I'm not interested in knowing what happened to that money.
I am. Maybe your viewers are, Joe. Your Rashi goes by Reggie, claims his former tenant, Jose Rivera, showed him the winning ticket before the drawing and even explained why he chose the numbers. But Romero insists Rivera's claim in a lawsuit, I don't care. Joe's right.
Everybody is suing everybody.
Joe, you ready to find out finally who killed JFK?
Well, I surely
Joe was there.
I am not gonna go through CIA and FBI. It's not my business.
Well,
Don't
it's my
ask me
business
such
that I
a
want to
thing.
know. Look at this. Brand new footage. Give back video to eye with new tech. There's somebody sticking his nose over the grassy knoll. For years, for decades, Joe, everybody said that Lee Harvey Oswald was a patsy, a fall guy for the mob, Jack Ruby, the mafia, Anastasia, whatever his name was. Now, I ain't said that.
He had the
Don't come at Boogie Bob. I ain't said that.
He owned the bar.
Framed. They're saying he was framed in 1978. Remember, he was shot in 1963. By the way, I told you I'm like Forrest Gump, Joe. I was there. Wasn't there where he was shot, but I was in Texas. Uh-oh.
You wasn't even
Transmission
born.
unstable.
How you were in Texas?
I was born in 1962.
Okay, you were 1 month old.
No, I was a year old, Joe. I was running around. I was in the car. I'm a year old. Why are you trying to belittle my Forrest Gump?
All they don't know what's going on this world.
My sister wasn't born until December of 63. She was born a week later, 2 weeks later. 60-year-old home movie could finally reveal whether multiple shooters and not a lone gunman assassinated President John F. Kennedy, but the federal government has been hiding it for years. Of course they are. There it is, folks. If that doesn't, I don't even know what the hell it is. That could be a damn Burger King building. I don't know.
They don't want to open the case.
I don't know. In 1978, the government analyzed Orville Nick's home video. Now, the video you've all seen JFK shot is called the Magruder tape. The guy who shot it is Bria. Hold on a second. How the hell Bria gonna call me? She knows the news is on. I gotta do it. Did anybody see the new? Joe, I can't imagine that anybody else in the world is this lucky. Some of you getting tired of seeing Bria on my show. Well, that's too bad. There's Bria. This is a video from last night. How beautiful my girlfriend is, Joe. Man, she's fine. She's too fine for me. She's too fine for me. Joe hates her. Joe, why do you hate my girlfriend?
I don't hate her,
But?
I think she takes care of you. You take care of you.
She does take care of me.
That's it.
Never asked me for shit. Always supportive. Very beautiful. Makes more money than I make. I don't know what she wants with me. What am I? Not that great a lover anymore. I used to be great.
No problem, Bobby.
I'm going to shoot a video, Joe, of me and her making love, and I want you to watch it and tell me what you think.
No.
No?
That's
Too much?
somebody's calling you.
No, that's my Ring doorbell. Someone's at my door trying to steal packages. But advocates say the image processing may reveal new evidence. It may. And Hunter Biden's laptop may. All right, let's see what else I got. Hunting lie in driveway gunslaying. A man charged with murder, Joe, for allegedly shooting a 20-year-old Kaylin Gills after the car she was in accidentally drove in. We talked about this last week. Her car drove in, the car she was in, drove into his driveway to turn around.
Okay, no problem. So,
No problem.
He should have helped her.
Nope, he shot her. Upstate New York. Accidentally drove up his upstate driveway, tried to place blame on the hunters. He said a hunter did it, Joe.
Who is hunter?
There was some hunter, maybe it was Hunter Biden. There was a hunter out in the field shooting at deer and shot her by mistake.
You think that the FBI is stupid because they're gonna know which
100%. You can't lie to the
which
FBI, bro.
bullet hit that.
That's right. Kevin Monahan, 65, he told the state police and a Washington County Sheriff's deputy he had been in bed since 8:30, well before the April 15th slaying happened. There are hunters shooting up there all the time. All the time. Monahan made the remarks as authorities tried coaxing him out of his home following the shooting. Instead, he told the police to leave me alone and get out of my yard so I can go back to bed.
Yeah. Is that easy?
He said he didn't do it. Yeah, they're just going to leave. He said he didn't do it, and he said, then he yelled, "Get out of my yard or I'll kill you too." I mean, no, I didn't. A hunter might kill you, he said.
Didn't say that, he said.
Yeah, I didn't kill her, a hunter did, and a hunter could kill you guys from my bedroom window. He was arraigned Wednesday on charges of second-degree murder, reckless endangerment, tampering with evidence. He allegedly fired a 12-gauge shotgun twice at the SUV. Could you imagine? 3 of her friends were traveling in as they were trying to leave his driveway, making a wrong turn by accident.
We do it all the time, me and the family.
Someone drives into your driveway? Yeah, you're driving around out in the country somewhere, or who knows?
We lose our way. We go a little bit in the driveway. We back up and we go the right way.
Very unhappy.
If everybody want to shoot everybody, that means we have a civil war. He should have had first degree, but not second.
Joe, I get real tired of these library return stories. You know, they take a library book, Joe, you got to return it.
Yeah.
You ever taken a book from the library?
Well, a guy returned his book after 100 years.
This guy did it after 96 years, Joe.
That's his grandfather.
I've covered this 20 times. It's old news. And somewhere in this story, they're going to say what it would have cost in dues, trust me, in back rent. A better late than never for a California man who returned a library book nearly a century past its due date. Jim Perry dropped off the deteriorated and fraying 1892 copy of A Family History of the United States at a St. Helena Public Library earlier this month.
Probably worth money, that book.
The librarian quickly pulled out a club and beat the man to death.
Really? Nah.
Come on, Joe.
You make it.
I made a joke. A bad
That's a
joke.
joke.
I didn't think anyone would.
He was very happy, probably, at the library.
The librarian didn't give a shit. It's not his book. Or her. Could be a her. This is an old book that's been in our family for 5 generations, said Perry. He told the front desk. It turns out the book by Benson Lossing, which predates movies, airplanes, and even highways, was likely part of the library's original collection. It had been checked out by someone in Perry's family in 1927. The library, first of all, 1927.
There was a library at that
Hold on. It says it predates movies. That's a lie. Movies were before 1927. You're a lying bastard.
Silent.
Fake news. Fake news.
Silent.
Which generates movies, airplanes. The Wright brothers invented the airplane in 1929 in Kitty Hawk. So they got that one right. But highways, I honestly think we had a highway before 1927. Can someone please Google first highway in America? I think it was before 1927. I thought Roosevelt had something to do with the major
I think
highway.
Highway 66, isn't it?
Route 66.
Isn't it?
I'm going to get to the bottom of this
I read one time.
for Colleen.
I'm
I'm not going to let Colleen take some
I
fake
don't
news.
Colleen, how is everything? How's
I'm
your-
not doing it. Okay, the national road in many places, highway, between 1811 and 1834. These bitches is lying. Joe, these bitches is lying. Don't say bitch. It's nice. Not nice. Yeah, I caught the paper in a scandal. I wanna get this out to you guys. Fake news does exist. All right. I'm being stupid. They said it was predated. I bet. When was the airplane invented? I bet the airplane was invented before then too. These sons of bitches need to be fired and held accountable. I apologize. After doing some digging, Perry figured it was probably borrowed by his wife's grandfather. So you're a snitch. Not only are you a thief and a scofflaw, but you're a snitch. Telling on your wife's great-grandfather after he died 200 years ago. You're a bastard. Sorry, I apologize. I'm not being myself right now. Luckily for Perry, the library stopped charging late fees. Otherwise, I told you, they always throw a late fee in there. They stopped charging late fees in 2019, so he doesn't owe the $1,745 bill inherited him by his grandfather-in-law. First of all, he wouldn't have paid it anyway. What is he, a moron?
You don't owe a penny.
My wife's great-grandfather-in-law's next-door neighbor rented this book, and I feel that I brought it back, so I have to pay you $1,780 for an $11 piece of shit book. All right, I apologize. This whole conversation went left. So, not doing that. Joe, do you know the hotels right down the street from your house here? I'm going to say something today that's not going to sound like the compassionate, kind Boogie Bob.
Belvedere.
Yeah, that's the one right across from you. But the one around the corner, Row, has 5,000 migrants living in it, Joe. I've had Ari Sanders send it to me. Someone sent it to me last night. If you're in here, let me know who else sent it to me. These hotels, Joe, I always talk about kindness, compassion, love, acceptance, and helping others.
They rent the room for
it's horrible.
1,100.
It's horrible, Joe.
100.
5,000 people in this hotel. They're, first of all, they get 3 meals a day, which, God bless them.
Yeah.
They get a Metro card. They're giving out hundreds and hundreds of Metro cards a day. The
Well,
problem is, Joe, the rooms have horrible drug abuse. Children locked in the rooms all day while parents are downstairs getting drunk and high. I might do a walk and talk by there today because it is ghastly and horrific. I want to help people, Joe, but if you get 5,000 people and you put them in these luxury rooms, these rooms are going for $300 a night, Joe.
Yes.
And a lot of them they were showing, they had people that worked there who no longer work there, telling how horrible it was.
Many hotels don't want them around.
They got kids doing prostitution in the hallways, and it's just horrific and horrible.
Yeah, you pass by those hotels, they ask you for money. Those outside.
Well, you have, I get it though. I mean, you have all these migrants, can't get a job, they get 3 meals a day, and they get to sit in their room.
And a welfare
That's
check.
probably better than what and they're getting obviously some assistance from the government, and free food, and but the shoplifting is insane.
Free school.
Once they found out that there's no rules to get arrested, you got 5,000 people with nothing who are prone to wanting something. So I'm going to say something here. I'm really unhappy about it. I'm not saying send them home. I'm just saying I'm unhappy.
No, we don't want to send them home.
I'm not trying
They should have taken care of the homeless too. Just the homeless are unhappy.
You know what? You're right, Joe. Is that what I said? You're right. In fact, I've invited 5 homeless crack guys to live with you at your new apartment, Joe. So I think we'll start that today if you're interested.
Oh, so you're navigating through Sorry.
What do you want to bring it to my apartment?
Yes, 5 crack addicts.
No.
What is your problem? That's pretty selfish.
Send them to the city hotel, not mine hotel.
You want to help people, but there is a double-edged sword to it. As a homeless advocate, I've been trying to help people for years.
Yeah,
and it's very difficult when the person turns out to be on drugs.
Yeah.
Is there one person, Joe,
He can kill you those.
Is there one person in this city who, let's say, is a homeless, drug-addicted person who would go to my house and not steal my watch collection? He wouldn't do it because he's a mean person. Do it because he sees, a lot of money sitting there and wants to go and
He will kill you for
snatch.
it. But if you have money.
All right, here we go, Joe.
Can't trust them.
Can't trust them. You want to show kindness and compassion, but you have to be. You have to make sure you're taking care of yourself.
They could be a good one.
Tina Turner, our beloved Tina Turner, Joe, has passed away. We lost Tina Turner.
4 days.
Her husband, Ike Turner, was just a horrible person, and it turns out that they have a son, Afida Turner. Now, I don't know if he's the father or not, but she's a mother. Is sharing new details about the struggles her mother-in-law, Tina endured before tragically dying Wednesday at age 83. The French musician, 46, revealed Tina feared her son, Ronnie, she has a son named Ronnie, would turn out like his father, Ike, who put the proud Mary singer through so many years of abuse in a 16-year relationship. Tina sometimes told me, you don't want to stay with him. This is about her son, and she's talking to her son's wife, who's a daughter-in-law. I don't want to get into all that. I don't like the he said, she said. I don't like it. Cop motorist shot by Queens trooper. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Shot by a Queens trooper, Joe. A man was shot in the head by a New York State trooper after he allegedly shot in the head. Ugh. A man was shot in the head by a New York State trooper after he allegedly tried to mow down an officer while speeding past a DUI checkpoint. So when you have a DUI checkpoint, you gotta stop. You can't just whiz past him. This guy tried to whiz past him, the cop shot him in the head. A Grand Central Parkway near LaGuardia. The driver, identified by police sources as Wilton Ketter, 22 years old, from Connecticut, tried to evade a checkpoint near exit 7. Look, you're drunk, you're high, you got weed in your sock, coke in your drawers, and you want to get past the cops. What you do, bro, is you turn your ass a U-turn and go back. Don't go through. I don't want anyone to have coke in their sock, but if you do, hang a U-turn. Hang a U-turn. Let's see. They shot the dude. That's all you need to know. This one here is the crazy lady. This is a teacher at Hunter's College, walking around with a machete trying to hack people. No. What are you, crazy?
Lost their job.
Lost? Well, probably. She held a throat to a news reporter's. She held a machete to a news reporter's throat. All right. Penny. This is the Marine, the white Marine, who choked and killed the black homeless man on the train, Joe. We've covered it many times. The grieving family of Jordan Neely intends a wrongful death suit against the subway chokehold killer. For what? What are you going to get? You're going to get his paycheck for life? Sue the subway, sue the police department, sue the kid too, but I don't think you're going to get much from him. A prank drowning tragedy. So I am against pranks. I hate these pranks they do on the YouTube. They'll have a baby, a fake baby in a baby stroller, a car seat, and they'll leave it on the hood of the car and start driving off. And people are like, oh my God, your baby. They don't realize it's a prank. These kind of things. Here's a prank. Tragedy. Search efforts for a Louisiana teen who had been missing after he supposedly jumped overboard on a dare during a sunset cruise in the Bahamas this weekend have been suspended. The Coast Guard announced Friday evening that the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, which had been looking for 18-year-old Cameron Robbins since Wednesday, was halting its search and no longer needed assistance.
Forget about it.
Kid jumped.
Eating by sharks.
He went overboard from a sunset cruise. It's a prank.
Yeah, probably.
John Gotti. The Gotti family is putting a hit on boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now that's salacious. That's libelous. He's certainly not putting a hit. If they did, he wouldn't put it in the paper. And they have 20,000 witnesses. That's because the grandson of fabled New York mob boss John Gotti will get his chance to whack Mayweather in the jaw in Florida on June 11th. You really don't want to fight with Mayweather. If it's Queensberry boxing rules, he will destroy you. He's considered the greatest boxer who ever lived. The guy's 50-0. The pay-per-view boxing match between John Gotti III. Now, John Gotti died in prison of cancer. His son, John Gotti Jr., was on my show. That's a fact. I should put him in my intro. I don't want him on my intro. I don't want to get sleep with the bitches. And then, so John Gotti III will get his chance to whack Mayweather in the jaw in Florida on June 11th. A pay-per-view match between John Gotti III and the Hall of Fame former 5-division champ will take place, at the Florida Live Arena. Gotti is no lightweight. The brawler from Oyster Bay, son of John Jr. Gotti, is 5-1. He's 5-1, Joe. That's a guy who doesn't even have any fights. 5-1 is a bum. That's a tomato can. He's going to go in and fight the greatest fighter of all time, 50-0.
That's his short.
5-1, I might be able to beat him. But don't tell him I said it.
He has no way to fight. One hit.
He's 5-1 as an MMA fighter, and trust me, Floyd is a billion-dollar man. He's not fighting MMA, which stands for mixed martial arts.
10 feet away.
The guy's 2-0 as a boxer. 2-0 as a boxer. The Gottis broke the code of Omerta, discussing the exhibition showdown. This is a true Rocky versus Goliath story. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Will this guy really do anything for money? Joe, will you do anything for money?
No, I am honest making money.
That's a fact. Beaten to death, kid's mother, FBI post, Facebook post. A Bronx mother being questioned in the fatal death of her 6-year-old daughter spent the days ahead of the killing bragging on Facebook about her job, and the weeks before talking about kindness and compassion. Sounds like me. You can't talk about kindness and compassion and then kill your daughter. I'm just up thinking like how deep I was actually really in the streets, literally in my living room, cooking up, that's crack. Cooking up crack back in the day, and now I'm a New York City agent with a whole 401k and everything. God gonna do it every time, she wrote about a week ago before she killed her daughter. The city's non-emergency 311 phone system denied her claim of working there. I can't. So I really don't like talking about young kids getting murdered.
Yeah, that's the most horrible thing.
OD cases rack jails. Lots of overdoses in jail now because of fentanyl. The security guard gets in there with a pack of smokes, got fentanyl inside there. They flip you the pack of smokes. You're rich. You're in prison, but you're rich. Gen Z's gotta have faith. So it's Sunday. What do we do every Sunday?
News from the world.
We go around the world. Now, Joe, as you know, in college, I went around the world, but it wasn't that much fun. The Craigslist said, I will take you around the world and you will enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it. I think the three sailors enjoyed it, but I did not. Not the kind of trip I was thinking about taking, Joe. Joe, you been to Canada?
If you're in the United States, you're in Canada.
If you're in the U.S., you're now in Canada.
So,
Quebec. We did our show from Quebec that time, Joe. Do you remember?
Quebec is French.
Legislature adopted a motion this week to release documents from the province's controversial 1995 referendum on independence from Canada. Quebec wants to cut themselves off from Canada.
It's 1995, I think.
Yep. Spain. Joe, you been to Spain?
That's by it. I didn't.
Where is Spain, Joe?
It's on the left side of Europe, Western Europe.
All right.
Beautiful.
Researchers from the University of Cordoba have analyzed the contents of a 2,000-year-old crystal perfume bottle made by Romans and issued a definitive finding. It smelled like patchouli. What the hell's patchouli? That's the reggae, I think patchouli. The bottle was found during an archaeological dig in Roman burial site in the town of Camorra. 2,000-year-old bottle of perfume, Joe. I've got a 40-year-old bottle of high karate.
That's a lot of money.
I got high karate sitting on my... Joe, where's Guatemala?
We just talked about it, Guatemala. You remember?
Nope.
7 million people living on
That was Guatemala?
this Guatemala.
All right. Well, you said 8 million. You were lying, Joe.
But another guy said 7 million.
7.9.
Well, I say next year there will be 11 million because they
have a lot of babies.
fast.
A constitutional court has disqualified a leading candidate from next month's presidential race. It's the third to be barred. The court turned down Carlos Peña's appeal. I don't care. Myanmar, Joe. Myanmar.
Myanmar, you've been to Thailand. That's next door to Thailand.
Joe knows every place I've ever been. I think Joe has an Apple tracker on me somewhere. Myanmar. Hip-hop artist Bayu Har was detained by military. Ooh. Can you imagine? You're a hip-hop artist.
Yes.
It's one thing to get pulled over by cops, Joe, but you got the military pulling your ass over. It's a problem.
If you sing, you go to jail.
You could. This week for criticizing the country's rules in a Facebook post. Don't you dare.
Is he still alive?
The popular musician criticized the regime's handling of recent power outages. So they had power outages in Myanmar, and he said, no, the country's stupid. Can't even keep our lights on. Next thing you know, this guy's looking down the barrel of an AK-47. Myanmar has struggled to obtain supplies for gas-fired electricity plants since 2021 coup. Joe, have you been to Egypt?
Yeah.
Where's Egypt, Joe?
Egypt's northeast of Africa. That's a very
Northeast.
northeast.
Above it.
The population is 110 million people.
Okay, now this I gotta see. I need my warriors to see if Joe's lying or not. He says the population of Egypt is 110 million. I will be shocked if he's correct. I couldn't even imagine for a second that he'd be correct. But, I mean, he's saying it.
Well, some people will tell you 105, but it is actually the right account. But 110 million.
All right. It's 109.3 million, Joe. You are off.
How much?
Pretty good. 109.3.
Don't you? I am smart.
Joe's very smart. It's pretty insane how Joe's good with that kind of stuff.
What's new from Egypt? What the hell?
Oh, Egypt. A national plan to overhaul the city's roads and bridges is threatening some of the Cairo's ancient sites. They've got a lot of ancient sites in Cairo, Joe,
Yes.
and they're threatening it by
about
having. I mean, you got the pyramids. You can't put a highway next to it.
You know, the third world countries, they don't care about art and so forth. They wanted to remove all the good art
Get rid of the
we
good art.
inherited from thousands of years.
Butthead doctor
How you
failed.
doing?
A butthead doctor failed. What a pain in the rear. A man claims an Upper East Side plastic surgeon botched his butt implants. Okay, dude. You're a dude. Is this a thing? I don't know. Man, he's got a nice ass. I guess it could be a thing. Maybe it's a thing in the gay community I didn't know about. He got butt implants, Joe.
I'm not taking my
Butt
sunglasses
implants.
off. Take them off.
The man claims the Upper East Side plastic surgeon botched his butt implants, sending him to intensive care. Louis Brogan, 54, says his pre-procedure lab results show he was in
You don't need to take it out.
moderate kidney failure. You can go to die for that. Kanye West's mother went to get a tummy tuck, Joe. You know what a tummy tuck is? Got that little thing hanging over the tummy like I do, and you want to get the fat scraper in there. They stick a little thing in there, and they scrape it out, and they do this. Oh, sorry. And they scrape out the fat. They suck it out with a little thing, and it was a very routine thing. His mother, a lot of times it's the anesthesia that gets you, Joe.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. You got a stomach, you'll find someone who loves your stomach. A lot of times people are doing this for their own insecurity. That's why I like to wear a hoodie when it's 140 degrees out. I don't like my stomach hanging out. Justice for slain father. The Malibu sniper has been found guilty, Joe. A California transient turned survivalist who was dubbed the Malibu sniper for a series of shooting at a Los Angeles area park has been convicted of second-degree murder. Anthony Rada, 46, was found guilty of killing Tristan Valadat, a father who was camping out with his young children, his young daughters. He's camping out in the woods, and this guy shoots him. You can't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere. What are you going to do? Kiss of death for raccoon. Did Joe hear me?
Yes.
Joe, I got a raccoon story. Maine authorities. Joe, where's Maine?
Northeast of USA.
It's all the way to the top. It's above Alaska. It's way up there. A Maine.
No, it's not on Alaska side. It's on
Yeah, it's on the Alaska side. What
the
are you
east
crazy?
side of Canada.
Yeah, so is Alaska.
Alaska is left. We're talking about east. That's 3,000 miles away from Maine.
Isn't Alaska above us?
No. Alaska is above California.
We're going to agree to disagree.
Washington State and so forth.
Isn't Alaska right below Texas?
Alaska, you don't even know where Alaska is.
I've heard of it. I heard it's chilly there in the winter. I did hear the Spanish newscast today. It said it was chilly today, hot tamale. Maine authorities euthanized a baby raccoon. That means they killed a baby raccoon, Joe. After a woman
Not supposed to.
brought the pet into her
Therapy.
into a Petco. She brought it into Petco, which is a pet company, for a nail trim. And then let several strangers kiss it. She brought a baby raccoon into Petco, Joe, and then she let several strangers kiss the raccoon. I don't know. The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife have been searching for the kit. I guess a baby raccoon is called a kit. I didn't know. And its owner since Tuesday after suspecting it was carrying rabies. Shit. Joe, if you're a raccoon and you got rabies, they're going to kill you. It's over. Hi, Stacy.
How you doing, Steve?
Animals submitted for testing must be also, however, Miami's testing guidelines state animals submitted for testing must be euthanized. So even if they test them, they have to kill them. Hi, Ange. Hi, Rev. Hi, Karina.
How will we?
We're almost done, Joe.
You ever been to Harlem?
Harlem? Yeah, that's my second home. 125th.
How was it?
I loved it.
Good food.
I loved it. Well, when I go to Harlem, I typically do, I love Sylvia's, but I typically do White Castle. I go to Harlem, I go to White Castle.
There is no White Castle around.
There is one now on 8th Avenue and like 28th.
Oh, okay.
White Castle. Just I was at the grand opening. Look at the Rock. Now, a lot of times the ladies confuse me for the Rock, but that's our tattoos. I don't have tattoos, so.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got, Joe. Does anybody know her phone number? I need to talk to her immediately about putting some damn clothes on.
It's a start of an end.
Joe, I think that's it for today. We're gonna do the your birthdays, but I did want to talk about the. I hate the Celtics, the Boston Celtics. I hate their guts. But I don't like any other team. I don't like any teams. I just like my Warriors. But the Boston Celtics, you have to win 4 games to go to the championship, Joe, to the finals. They won the first 3 games, 3-0. Miami against the Boston. So all they need to do is win 1 more. Okay, well, Boston came back and won 1. Then Boston came back and won 2. And last night, Joe, Boston won their 3rd straight game. It was down to not 1 second, but 0.2 seconds. Not a second, 0.2 seconds. And Boston won probably one of the greatest last-second shots in the history of NBA, and I give it to Boston. They were parking their cars down by the yard with Mark. Joe, are you ready?
Yes.
We're only doing 3. Only doing 3. That's it.
How is everybody?
How's your vacation? Click, 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 click. It is Leo. Click, 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 click. Boom. I stopped it on my own. It's Aquarius. And Sagittarius. That's it. That's all we're doing, Joe.
Okay. We start with Leo.
Huh?
We start with Leo.
Okay. Do we even have Leo on there?
Resist the urge to force through changes.
Hold on a second here.
How you doing, Leo?
Whose dog died? Nyan. I want to know whose dog passed away.
That
I'm
hurt.
not happy about
That
it.
hurt when a dog dies. That hurt. I used to be in pain when my dog died for a couple of months, and I still remember him. And I have his hair.
Oh my God, Joe! Kevin Butler's dog died.
I told you.
Kevin
I
Butler, I am so sorry for your loss,
for
and
your
I did
loss.
not even know, and I apologize. Hi, Arjan. God bless you. I am absolutely wrecked over this. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
You know, dogs and cats are our children, Joe.
Yes.
It's a horrific and horrible, and I just can't even tell you how sorry I am. I don't think Kevin Butler's here today, and I don't blame him if he's not.
He's going to go to the funeral for his dog. And God bless him. We pray for him.
Well, I would like everybody to please say a prayer for
Yes.
Kevin and his dog. And I think when I leave here today, Joe, guess what?
Pray for him. And,
I'm going to walk over to St. Patrick's Cathedral, and I'm going to light a candle for Kevin Butler and his beautiful dog. Does anybody know his dog's name?
I kept my dog here since he died in the 80s. Until today, I kept his hair.
Kept
In
his
an
hair?
envelope. Yes, I cut his hair while he
Oh my
when he
goodness.
died. And I kept it until today.
Bless you, Chief.
And I put
Yeah.
his name on it.
I'm going to walk over when I leave here. I'll go do a live and light a candle.
Light a candle.
One for Kevin and one for his little doggy.
That's good.
If anybody knows this Kevin Butler, bro, Kevin's back, Joe. That's your favorite guy. I don't play favorites. Joe does. Kevin Butler made the mistake of buying Joe.
Called Honest.
It says Little. His name was Little.
Little.
Kevin Butler, I'm going to leave here today. I'm going to turn off when we're done here. I'm going to take a live in honor of you and Little.
Yes.
And if you can, Kevin Butler, and you want to send a picture of Little, I will display him right there on the screen, and we will walk all together. And you can get the picture to Rev, get him in the Discord, send it to my Instagram, whatever. I'll turn off after we leave here, after me and Joe are done in a few minutes, and we will go over to St. Patrick's Cathedral and dedicate the entire walk and talk and a candle, one for you and one for Little. I am devastatedly sorry for this because I know how much it hurts. We were praying. Joe called me the other day, yesterday, and asked me how he was doing. I didn't know. I didn't know his name. I didn't know how sick he was. I am so sorry. God bless you.
We got hair. Yes. We pray for him. For him and for his dog.
Joe, would you like to
Okay.
say a prayer for Kevin Butler right now?
God bless you, my friend. Go down to earth with the bless of the Lord. Be in peace. Amen.
Amen. I'm sorry, Joe.
That's her.
I ask Heavenly Father to wrap his arms around not just Kevin, but around Little. Little will be waiting for you at the Rainbow Bridge, I promise you. My mom, the most devout Christian who ever lived, told me, Bobby, how could God possibly love us and not have our babies waiting for us when we get there? Our pets will be there 1,000%, running around with us, and it's not goodbye. It's just a little temporary break. How I've always got through the tough times is I have always, when I've lost my cats or dogs over the years, it's very painful. I've always remembered those wonderful, remarkable times we shared together. And I thought how lucky I was to have this pet, this child, and how lucky the child was to have someone who loved him or her unconditionally. And I think everybody in here is hurting for you right now, Kevin. And God bless you, and God bless your little baby. All right, Joe, what else you got? We're going to end the show. We're ending at 4 o'clock on the dot.
Well, your dog, he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. Amen.
Ooh, Joe's reading a prayer from his prayer book. That's beautiful, Joe. That's beautiful. Joe, do you want to finish your birthdays?
Leo.
Leo.
Resist the urge to force through changes. You know, won't be welcomed by people you live, work, and do business with. This is one of those occasions when your best course of action is no action at all. React to events rather than initiate them.
All right. I don't know what Joe said.
We have Sagittarius.
I don't know what he said. I don't care what he said.
The Sagittarius, the message of stars that you must make a real effort to separate your personal feelings from your professional responsibilities.
That makes sense.
If you allow yourself to get too emotionally involved on the work, this week it may not end well. We got the Aquarius.
All right.
Mars in your opposite sign means loved ones and work colleagues are very much in the driving seat at the moment. But you don't have to just sit there and say nothing. You can still give them advice if you feel they need it.
You got any birthdays, Joe? Please say no. Please say no. For the love of God, say no. Oh, say no.
Where is your friend supposed to come?
I don't know. They're supposed to be here. Rhonda was coming
Wanda?
at 3 o'clock. It's almost 4.
Okay, today born on this day, T-Bone Walker.
T-Bone Walker was a blues guitarist. I don't know anything else.
Yes, yes. Don't forget T-Bone Walker. We love to have T-Bone steak.
T-Bone Walker, we love to have T-Bone steak.
That's why you took our loved ones to mention it like it is your name.
I don't even know what the hell Joe's talking about.
Bullet Esefet. You've been to Turkey.
I don't know
Bullet
who that is.
Esefet was the Prime Minister of Turkey while you were
I was
there.
in Turkey when I was 6, 7. I'm supposed to know who the Prime Minister was 50 years ago.
Do we have Jerry West?
Jerry West is considered by many one of the top 10 greatest basketball players of all time.
That's great.
Just a brilliant, he's a white guy. A lot of white guys on that list. You got Larry Bird, you got him, and you got maybe Havlicek, Pistol Pete Maravich. It's a small list. What else you got, Joe?
Betty Shabazz.
Betty Shabazz was the wife of Malcolm X.
Correct.
And she died 2 years back. Very strong woman. Been through a lot.
Rudy Giuliani born on this day.
Rudy Giuliani is a piece of shit.
No, he was the mayor
was he,
of
Joe?
New York City.
He was the mayor. Listen,
You
when Rudy
like him or
Giuliani-
you don't like him, but he fixed
Don't
the
like
city
him.
well.
Don't like him. Don't like his Nazi racist policies. But I gotta be honest with you. When he took office, Joe, his idea was to lock up anyone doing something wrong. Nowadays they don't do it. You wouldn't be stealing shit on Rudy's watch. If you jump the turnstile, you're locked up. If you spit on the street, you pissed on the street, you're locked up. You jaywalk, you're getting a ticket. He had everybody in line. And the way he did it was, if you jumped the turnstile, nowadays the cops don't care, but back then they would arrest you and run a warrant. And the warrants they would run always had you for something else. They would lock you up for whatever. Even the guys on the corner. Remember, Joe, when you would drive your car and they had the squeegee and they would come out and clean your windows at the stoplight? Going to jail. You even walk up to that car with a squeegee and going to jail. What else you got, Joe? Well, I don't like him, don't care for him, don't love him. Back then, I could take him. He was America's mayor. Now he's insane. He's a con man, a thief, and he's going to prison, and rightfully so.
Kylie Minogue, pop singer.
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
I love her.
You know
She's
it.
from Australia. One of Australia's beautiful imports.
That's correct.
We love her dearly. Kylie Minogue.
Died.
Minogue.
died on this day. Noah Webster.
Noah's Ark? Was he the guy that drove Noah's Ark?
No. That's
Noah Webster? Was that the guy who made the dictionary?
Correct. You know, at that time was a great thing, publishing. Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman was absolutely my favorite Saturday Night Live and movie star, but Phil Hartman had a wife, Maureen, beautiful, beautiful wife. The problem is, Joe, she
was mean.
She was mean-spirited. She got into coke, and then one night when he was in bed, she went in and shot him to death.
That's correct. He was
Shot and killed him, and then she killed herself.
He
Had a
was
baby,
49
had kids in
years
the other
old.
room. Very, very horrific.
He was 49 years old.
Guys, I'm going to turn off for 2 minutes. I'm going to thank you for tuning in. We are going to come back live, and we're going to come back live less than 5 minutes, and we're going to walk you over to St. Pat's. We're going to have a very beautiful, please send me a picture of Little, your dog. Please send me a picture. I'll put him on the screen right here. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank you all. God bless you. Please be kind and loving to each other. Let's talk again soon. Joe? Joe?
Yes.
Do you want to say goodbye to your friends?
Yes, we got to. I pray for him again and again. Have a nice day, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Have a
God
good
bless you.
day. We have a YouTuber on